That's what you taught. But he says, Isaiah 13:9, behold, the day of the Most High cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, destroy this place, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened, and is going for all the destruction that's going to be happening on the earth. And the moon shall not cause her light to shine, because you ain't going to see no moon. You're going to see nothing but soot, black soot in the air. And I will punish the world for their evil. Hear that? You're going to punish this whole world for their evil. And the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. All your conceited ways going to cease. He said he's going to cause all that to cease. And will lay low. He said he's going to lay low for you. The haughtiness of the terrible. See? That's what he's promised to do. Malachi, the 4th chapter. Malachi 4. Verse 3. Malachi 4 and 3. And ye shall tread down the wicked. When? Let's go to verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. He's going to burn this place up. The day coming that he's going to burn this place up. It's going to burn as an oven. And all the proud, as he just said, he's going to lay low for you. And all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedness shall be stubble. That's like tumbleweeds, dried up tumbleweeds. And the day that cometh shall burn them up. Hear that? You're going to be as stubble, and the day that's coming going to burn them up. Said the Most High power of hosts, power of angels, power of armies, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Ain't no lineage going to come from. You're going to burn them all up. That's why he say going to leave them neither root nor branch. Verse 3. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, said the Most High power of hosts. This is what the Most High say he's going to do. He's going to make it happen. As it is written. Verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant. So you're getting away with not following the Most High's laws. He said, remember the law of Moses, my servant. This is the last prophet in the Old Testament. Telling us, remember the law of Moses, Most High's servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. So remember this. Don't forget it. Go back to Joel 2, verse 32. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord or the Most High shall be delivered. Just call on the name of the Most High, you're going to be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Most High has said, and in the remnant, not every last one of the Israelites, but in the remnant, that 1/3 whom the Most High shall call. So I've been saying 1/3 of the remnant, you see the residue so far. Let's see. Let me show you what it says pertaining to that. In Zechariah 13 and 8. Zechariah 13 and 8. Proving that 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel is that remnant. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's 2/3. The 3/3 make a whole, make one. 2/3 going to be cut off and die. But the 1/3 shall be left therein. 1/3 going to be left therein. Then I will bring the 3rd part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, because that fire is the word of the Most High. He'll refine us as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. We're going to call on the Most High's name. We're going to hear him. He said he's going to hear us. I will say, it is my people. Now, we ain't got to go over that anymore. You know, my people represent the 12 tribes of Israel. And they shall say, the Most High is my power. So that's, here you see, it's going to be 1/3. That's a remnant that he's talking about. So, Joel 2:32, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. The name of the Most High, Wamashekabashai, shall be delivered. And the New Testament says saved. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Most High has said, in the remnant whom the Most High shall call. So this goes right along with what? John 3:16. This way, when you look at Joel 2:27 and Joel 2:32, Joel 2:27, when it says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Most High your power, and none else, for my people shall never be ashamed. And verse 32, as we just read it, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Most High shall be delivered. When Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Most High have said, and in the remnant whom the Most High shall call, right? So, this is where John 3:16 comes from that scripture. John 3:16. For the Most High so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life, right? So, if you want to break this down, let's break it down real quick and fast. This is the last scripture of Joel, the 2nd chapter. So I'm going to do a short version, but I'm going to bring it on. Okay, for God, who is God? When they say for the Most High, who is he? Exodus 3:15-16. Exodus 3:15-16. So once you hear this, there's no way, no gainsaying on this. Well, he already said, you only know Israel in Amos 3:1 and 2. You only ever known about the fountains of the earth. Exodus 3:15-16. Exodus 3:15-16. And the Most High said, moreover to Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Most High power of your fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob, have sent me unto you. So Abraham had a son named Isaac. Isaac had a son named Jacob. Because Abraham had Ishmael before Isaac, but the Most High chose Isaac. And Isaac had Esau, came out before Jacob, but the Most High chose Jacob. So he the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob have sent me unto you. This is my name forever. So you can't go wrong with saying the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Has sent me unto you. This is my name forever. See, this is name forever. And this is my memorial unto all generations, it said. So, he the power of our fathers, who's the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. So now, when you look at Wamashekabashai telling us his name in Matthew 22:32, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. The Most High is not the power of the dead, but of the living. There he is right there. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, the power of Jacob. Acts 3:13. So it says, for the Most High so loved, right? So Acts 3:13. Acts 3:13. The power of Abraham. This is named forever, the memorial to all generations. The power of Abraham, and of Isaac, and of Jacob. The power of our fathers. So that's the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. So love, who we say love. We just breaking it down real quick. Romans 9:13. Who the Most High say he love? Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, right? But Esau have I hated. So he said, Jacob have I loved, as it is written. Where is it written? Malachi 1, 1-3. Malachi, he said, as it is written. So where is it written? Here it is. The burden of the word of the Most High to Israel by Malachi. Malachi 1, the first chapter, 1-3. I have loved you, Israel, said the Most High. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? They were twin brothers. When you go back to Genesis 25:25. Said the Most High, yet I love Jacob. See? Yet I love Jacob. You will see him say he loved nobody else but us, the 12 tribes of Israel. Yet I love Jacob. Jacob been the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. And I hated Esau. That's what he's saying. And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Most High gave Esau mountain Seir, S-E-I-R. And now we know that the last place of origin they have is the Caucasus Mountains. So the Most High loved Jacob. Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. So loved Jacob, Israel. That's who say love. That he gave his only begotten son. His only begotten son. Mashiach Yahushua, who said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. If his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish. Whosoever believeth in him, so whosoever. Well, now we got to deal with that world first. For the Most High so loved, he loved Jacob, the world. Most High so loved the world. So what world? Because he said in St. John 17:9, that's what he said. That's what Mashiach Shai said. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So he ain't praying for everybody. So this world is defined, once again, we went there earlier, Isaiah 45:17. Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved, Yahweh B'Shama Mashiach Yahushua, in the Most High, in the name of the Lord Savior, with an everlasting salvation. But it's going to last forever and ever and ever. You should not be ashamed nor confounded, confused world without end. That's that world that Mashiach Yahushua is talking, as he's talking to another Israelite brother, Nicodemus. So he said he ain't praying for the world, so he ain't talking about everyone. So that's the world in John 3:16. For the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob so loved, he loved Jacob, the world of Israel, that he gave his only begotten son. He gave his only begotten son, Mashiach Yahushua, that whosoever believeth in him, whosoever. We read that already. Acts 2:21. Acts 2:21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever, the same whosoever we're reading about in John 3:16, shall call on the name of the Mashiach shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Not everyone. Mashiach of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High among you. Among who? The men of Israel. By miracles and wonders and signs, which the Most High did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourself also know. So going back to John 3:16, that's a whosoever of Israel. Believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. See. For the Most High sent not his Son, verse 17, into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. We might be saved through him. He is the word of the Most High after all, isn't he? That we could be saved through him. So, because the Most High told us, look, he said, look, Matthew 10:5-6. These 12 apostles, my second was sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, these heathen nations, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go to the house of Israel, who live in the house? Family. As you go to the family of Israel, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Tell our brothers and sisters the kingdom of heaven is at hand, as we're saying now. But those that have ears to hear and eyes to see, it's real. So, this is very important. Go to Revelations 20th chapter, in verse 12. Then I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the Mashiach Yahushua, and the books were open, because the Most High is giving all judgment to a Mashiach Yahushua. We're going to all meet the judgment seat of the Mashiach Yahushua. We're going to judge by the judgment of the Most High. And the books were open. The books open meaning they were writing down everything that we do in our life, people. To not perish but have everlasting life, right? The books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. The book of everlasting life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works, the things they have done in these mortal bodies. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it. So the sea going to have to give up the dead that's in it. And death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. So death and hell got to deliver up the dead that's in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works. Everybody going to be judged according to what you do in these mortal bodies. Because it's being written in the books. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. Hear that? Death and hell will be cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life, if our names are written in the book of life, was cast into the lake of fire. You should not perish but have everlasting life. So if your name not written in the book of life, you're not going to have that everlasting life. You're going to perish. That's why it's so important to learn what works, the solutions that are written in this Bible, that we may have everlasting life. Yasharala. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High, the remnant of the 12 tribes of Israel, 1/3, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. I mean, it's going to last forever. And all dominions shall serve and obey him. Everybody going to obey the Most High. Hitherto is the end of the matter. That's all I got to say. I hope you were edified with this prophecy of Joel, the 2nd chapter. And if you go over the whole thing, you'll see that the Most High bringing forth World War III. And then he tells us what we got to do in these last days to be a part of our names being written in the book of life. And with that, I say Shalom. All praises to the Most High. By Shalom Mashiach Yahushua, and I'm out. Shalom.